Okay, we're now going to look at adding our wire connections and our terminals to our symbol that we're building. Now we're still in symbol data attributes, which is drawing 02 in our project, because these are still symbol data attributes. They're just different data attributes to things like your tags, your manufacturer, and so on. So we're going to look at our wire connections here. So if I click here where it says top none, I'm going to select top none, and then I'm going to click on insert wire connection. Comes into the drawing. Can you see terminal 01? There's our terminal 01 floating on the crosshairs there. I'm going to use a shift and a right click and make sure I use an endpoint snap to go on that endpoint right there. Now, it's asking select for top again there. I don't want to, so what I'm going to do there is press enter. Now, I'm just going to move that piece of text. So I click there, right click, move, and move that attribute text just up to the top here, like that. Just a little bit easier to read. Now, back to wire connection, and I want bottom none this time. And I'm then going to select again, insert wire connection, shift, right click, and make sure I get the endpoint snap. On that endpoint there, click, there it is there. It's asking me for terminal 03, I'm going to press enter. And again, click on the text, right click, move, and just move it down so it's under here like that. Now, you don't need to worry about these attributes. They're not going to appear on the screen unless you actually explode the schematic symbol in the drawing, which you won't do because it's linked to a database. So what we've got to look at now are the pins that actually go into these terminals. So the next step is to look at these pins and work out what we've got to do there. Now, I'm going to look at the wire connections, and what I'm going to do now is select terminal 01 here, and as you can see now, look, pins there, can you see? If I go pins here, I just need to scroll down a little bit, and there's terminal 01 right there. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit the actual attributes within the pins itself. So I need to go there, and if I look here, can you see I've got properties? So I go terminal 01, properties, I want justify, and I want to justify terminal 01 to the left, and then click on OK. Terminal 02, properties, I'm going to justify that one to the right, and then I'm going to click on OK. So what I've done there, can you see, it's given me loads of space there, can you see that? So when these terminals appear on the drawing, they're actually justified. So terminal 01 justified to the left, terminal 02 justified to the right. So you can see there, look, terminal 02 to the right, terminal 01 to the left, if you were looking at that horizontally. So we've done that with the justifications of the pins in our terminals. So we are now pretty much done. So we need to close the properties palette, like so. So I'm going to close the properties palette, like that. Now I need to also close the block editor. Now to close the block editor, we need to save our symbol. Now, we want to save that before we do anything else. So how do we do that? How do we save our symbol? Well, what we've got to do there is we've got to close the block editor and save the symbol dialog. We've got to do the following. So we're going to close block editor, like so, and as you can see, it automatically goes into save symbol because this is a new symbol that we're creating. Now, what we've got to do here is under symbol for unique identifier, we've got underscore 002. We're actually going to change that unique identifier to underscore essentials, like so, like that. And the symbol name there, we'll actually call it, as we tab, does it for us, VCR1 Essentials. So that's our symbol name. So it's a vertical control relay 1 Essentials. Now, base point, we can actually specify that if we want to. We don't need to, though. We can OK that now. Now you'll notice there's 5 errors found in the symbol. If I go to details there, it's giving us a symbol audit. That's because we haven't actually applied some of those, like layers and things like group attributes and so on. I'm going to OK that and OK it again. Do you want to insert the symbol after closing the block editor? Yes, I do. So I'm going to drop that here. As you can see, if I shift and right click and then go nearest, I can drop that there. There's all my details. So when I OK that now, that is now, as you can see, a K1. Can you see that? These bits here I don't actually need anymore because I've actually got a symbol there called K1, and I can edit that whenever I want to. If I click on that, right click there, attributes, list and edit, there's the attributes I created. So you've got description, installation, location, manufacturer, and so on. So there's my symbol that I've created, and I've done my wire connections and terminals there now as well.